What's up, everybody? Welcome back to this week's episode of Top 10 Tuesdays. I got a really exciting topic. Today is going to be my top 10 favorite Pixar villains. Now, I'm not going to do Disney in this, anything related to Disney, because I consider them separate, so that'll be another video. So all the villains on this list will be strictly from Pixar. And these aren't really so much in an order. I tried to rank them as best as I can, but for the most part, they're not really in any order. Some of them are. Mainly as we get towards the top 5. But yeah, before we start, I just want to say this is just my top 10. These aren't what I'm saying. These are the 10 best. These are my personal top 10 favorites. And like I said, I'll be doing another list on Disney coming up in the future. But yeah, I really like Pixar and Disney, and I'm surprised I haven't done a top 10 Tuesdays list on any of the topics related to them. So I figured today would be a good place to start. So without further ado, let's get started with my top 10 favorite Pixar villains. Coming in at number 10, we have Chick Hicks from Cars. Now, I really don't have much to say about him. He's not really a villain so much as he is a antagonist. Basically, he's a green stock car racer, and basically he's just trying to show up Steve McQueen. He's trying to steal his thunder, and throughout the movie, he runs 2 cars off the tracks. Now, if I remember right, I don't think he's in like that much of the movie compared to some of the other villains, but still, he is a memorable villain to me, even though he doesn't do much. But when he is on screen, he conveys what he's trying to get across, and us as an audience, it really shows how much we can hate him, because he's just all in it for himself and for glory and, you know, fame, and he wants girls and chicks, hence his name, Chick Hicks. But yeah, and, you know, running cars off the tracks, playing dirty, he's just an a-hole all around. So that's why I gave Chick Hicks number 10. Coming in at number 9, we have Darla from Finding Nemo. Basically, any fish that gets in her path or becomes in her possessionship is dead. Basically, when Nemo's in the tank with Gil and all the other fish in the dentist's office, they kind of realize, or, well, the fish there already knew, but Nemo shortly realizes that she's completely psychotic. She's had a lot of fish in the past, and they don't live that long. He gives her uncle, the dentist, puts a fish in a bag, and she shakes it, or there's a picture of it, that she shook it, and it basically killed the fish. So basically all the fish in this fish tank are basically scared to death of her, and I can see why, because she's young. I forget how old she is, but she's really hyperactive, and she's psychotic, and she doesn't realize that animals are something you have to take care of, and not just what she thinks. I guess they're toys or something. But yeah, she's just deranged. She's psychotic, and if you were a fish in that movie, you would definitely be scared of her. So I know I would. So that's number 9. In at number 8, we have Henry J. Waternoose from Monsters, Inc. Now, Henry J. Waternoose, he starts off like as a nice guy. You kind of think in the beginning he's like kind of a mentor towards Sully, and kind of sees him as a son, and Sully sees him as like a father figure. But throughout the course of the movie, you realize he has his own intentions, and he even admits to Sully that he'll step on anyone to ensure that Monsters, Inc. stays open, whether that means kidnapping kids or possibly even killing them or doing worse things. So yeah, he's just an extremely shady character. He's like a crab-spider hybrid. He has 5 eyes and 6 legs, and yeah, he's just extremely creepy. So that's number 8. Coming in at number 7 is a villain that I've always hated ever since I saw the movie back when it came out, and that's Stinky Pete from Toy Story 2. I remember seeing this in theaters, and just the whole time I was like, I hate this guy, I hate him. He's just extremely annoying. Now, you kind of sympathize with him in a sense, because he's a toy that never got played with. He was in a box his whole life. He's never had any human interaction like with kids. So he's kind of like considered a mint-condition toy. But so you kind of feel bad for him there, but from that perspective. But still, he is the main villain of Toy Story 2, and he even cuts Woody's shoulder with his pickaxe and threatens him that, you know, they want to go to Japan for something. I can't remember the whole part of the movie, but I remember they're on the conveyor belt and he basically threatens Woody, you can go to Japan in pieces or all in one, and he threatens them to get in the box because they're going somewhere. But yeah, Stinky Pete, he's just a miserable asshole of a villain, but he's a very memorable villain, and like I said, he's a villain I've always remembered since the first time I saw the movie. So that's number 7. Coming in at number 6, we have a villain that I don't know too much about. That's Charles Muntz from the movie Up. Now, I haven't seen all of Up, and I've seen clips of Charles Muntz. I just know that if I was in that position, I would be scared to death, because from what I gathered, I think he was like a war hero or a something during the war, and he got expelled from aviation or something, and now he lives in this isolated cabin in the middle of South America, and he's assigned there to hunt the animals or something, but he also kills people that come by his cabin and stop by for food or water or whatever, and he basically threatens the main character. And just that scene alone, when he like kind of slowly starts to turn bad, I was watching it and I was like, that'd be really creepy if you were in someone's house and they just like started to mention that they killed people and stuff. And that's kind of dark for a kids movie, but I thought that was kind of cool how he's almost like a serial killer or something of that nature. So that's why I put him at number 6. Coming in at number 5, we have Syndrome from The Incredibles. Syndrome, his name was Buddy. He was a young sidekick. Well, he wanted to be an aspiring sidekick to Mr. Incredible, but since Mr. Incredible was cocky and, had an ego in his younger days, he told him to basically screw off. I work better alone. So that basically hurt Buddy, because no one wants their hero to throw them to the side like that. So basically that kind of screwed him up for the rest of his life, and he no longer saw Mr. Incredible as a hero, but now as someone he wants to kill. So as he got older, he became really smart. He developed all these really cool weapons. I like how he has those shoes, those boots, those white boots that he can like fly around the island, and then he has that, it's called 0 point energy, where you can point and this blue beam comes out and you can like teleport people, it's kind of like the Force from Star Wars, only it comes out of your finger. I thought that was cool. He's got a lot of cool gadgets. He's got that really sweet robot. I can't remember the name of it. It's like the T-138 or something like that. But yeah, I think he's a pretty good a villain for the movie. He is kind of an annoying pain in the ass, and he's very ugly, creepy looking guy, but that's kind of the point. But I like his suit and everything, and his hair's like all over the place, and yeah, so that's number 5, Syndrome. Coming in at number 4, we have the original Pixar villain, and that's Sid Phillips from Toy Story. I think Sid probably went on to be a serial killer. I know in Toy Story 3 he was a garbage man, but I'm sure there's still homicidal tendencies. He's basically a kid. All he likes to do is destroy toys, blow up toys. He kills Combat Carl with the M80. He performs all those weird surgeries. He combines different dolls' heads with different body parts, and he just loves torturing toys for no reason. And that just kind of makes him a sick individual. He's got that like insane braces with that like sadistic smile. He's got the black shirt with the skull on it, kind of like the Punisher. So if you put yourself in the movie, and if you were a toy in the movie, you would definitely be scared as hell from him. But he's the original Pixar villain, and he's very memorable, so that's why I put him at number 4. Coming in at number 3, we have Lotso Huggin' Bear, also known as Lotso, from Toy Story 3. Lotso is this purple plush teddy bear, and when all the toys get taken to Sunnydale daycare, he introduces himself. He says, "I'm Lotso," he pretends to be very nice, but throughout the movie you find out that that's just all a facade, and he's actually a very sick, twisted toy. Now, he's another one that you kind of sympathize with him, because his owner threw him and a few other toys away, and that kind of pissed him off, so now he just thinks all toys are disposable. He basically thinks they're just, toys are there just for kids to play with for a little while, and then they're going to get thrown away. So he basically rolls the Sunnydale daycare like a prison. He has that southern accent. He's kind of like, you know, if you saw a lot of prison movies, he's kind of like a prison warden. He's got the southern accent. He captures the toys. He puts them in like cells in the night, and he's just very sadistic. And at one point, he wants to throw all the toys to the trash. Yeah, very sick individual. So that's number 3, Lotso. Coming in at number 2, we have Hopper from A Bug's Life. He's voiced by Kevin Spacey, which I think he did a really cool job in this role, doing voice acting. And I think Hopper's a very underrated villain. What I like about Hopper is he is like a villain and a tyrant, but he also realizes he has a realistic idea throughout the movie. Like, most villains are just cocky and have so much ego that they always underestimate their person they're trying to kill. But Hopper realizes that the ants outnumber the grasshoppers like 1 to 100 or whatever he says. So he realizes that his power can be overthrown at any time. So that makes him a very smart villain. But throughout the movie, he's just very sadistic. He's very threatening. At one point, he almost squeezes the one girl. I can't remember her name, but the one ant, I believe. Very young girl. He almost like crushes her head. Yeah, he's just he's a very cruel villain, but he's also really sweet. I like the way he looks. Obviously, he's a grasshopper. He's like a very extremely tall grasshopper. He's all brown. And of course, he's voiced by Kevin Spacey, which I think adds so much more to the character. So that's number 2. Coming in at number 1, my favorite Pixar villain. He's always going to be my favorite Pixar villain, I think, unless something comes along. But he's always been ever since I saw this movie, and that's Randal from Monsters, Inc. Now, what I like about Randal, he's voiced by Steve Buscemi, which is another great voice actor. I think he did a great job in this character, really brought the character to life. But he's a purple chameleon. He has like 4 arms and 2 legs, and he has the ability to camouflage himself and basically turn himself invisible, so you never know where he is. He's extremely fast. He's really sly. Basically, he has that scream machine to take screams out of people. And basically, he's like a child killer. So that makes him like really sadistic. He'll do anything to get in anyone's way. Whether that, like at the start of the movie, you think he's just there for a coworker rivalry, trying to be the scare king or the top scarer. But throughout the movie, you realize that's not really the case. I just like the way he looks. I like how he's a chameleon. The ability to turn invisible and camouflage is just really sweet. Yeah, he's just very memorable villain, and again, the fact that he's voiced by Steve Buscemi makes him that much better. So, yeah, he's always been my favorite Pixar villain. So that's it for today's Top 10 Tuesdays episode, guys. I really hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, let me know what some of your favorite Pixar villains are, and I think that'll be it for right now, guys. So, until later, I'll talk to you guys then. See ya.